Welcome back, Voodoo Dolls, to another creepy Reddit video. Today I'm going to be reading to you guys from r/3kings, which is a subreddit full of ghost rituals and ghost games similar to Bloody Mary. I picked out 4 of them that I thought were relatively easy to read and pretty short. So this first one is called Peekaboo. For those of you looking for a recipe that is easy as pie to set up, this is the one for you. Like most other rituals on the sub, this one involves a mirror and a few other supplies. I learned of this one from a friend who reads books on dark magic and rituals, so me being curious, I tried this out and got some varied results. Here's what you need. A mirror, preferably one in a frame or stand up on a table so you don't have to hold it up. 2 candles to be lit, dark room, a watch, and an alarm to wake you up at 3:33 a.m. Or you can just do it if you're up at that time anyways. You don't have to fall asleep or anything. Instructions. Go to the room you're doing the ritual in and put 2 candles on opposite edges of the table your mirror is on, with a mirror in between. If you aren't doing this with a mirror in a vanity or frame and you are required to hold the mirror, it won't work. Next, wait for 3:30 to roll around. I say 3:30 because it will give you time to stop whatever you're doing and go to the room. Wait for 3:33 to strike on your watch. As soon as it does, light both candles and you can now start. Close your eyes. Lean in close until you feel like your face is almost touching the mirror. And then let your mind do the rest and you will get varied results. The first time I did this, I could picture the form of a monster face. They say mirrors are dimensions into other realms. So what you're basically doing is trying to look into the realm and see what it holds. You can go on as long as you like, but just for safety measures, I recommend you keep it restricted to 20 minutes. You don't want to overstay your welcome. How to end the ritual. There are several ways to end the ritual. Probably the easiest way is to back away from the mirror and open your eyes. Don't open them before you back away. I'll explain that in the next section. The second method is to back away with your eyes closed and keep them closed until out of the mirror's view, then turning on a light. The third way is to keep some salt in your hand. Back away with eyes closed and upon opening your eyes, throwing salt at the mirror. Should you open your eyes before backing away from the mirror, you may see what you were picturing in your head appear in the mirror, or worse. Hopefully it's only for a second. But even if it is for a second, dispose of the mirror immediately. You've let an entity into your mirror and possibly your house. Cover the mirror, take it down, drive it to the nearest dump, and leave it there while you drive away. Shatter it if you have to. There is a slight possibility that even if you were to back away and upon opening your eyes and still seeing something, get rid of it. Well, that's everything my friend told me. If you wish to do this, please be careful and remember that this is toying with dark stuff, so don't take it like a joke. Please follow the rules and precautions, and do this at your own risk. If a spirit makes itself at home in your home, I am not responsible. Good luck. The second one is called the Answer Man Recipe. This recipe was copied from The Ghost in My Machine. It is not my own work. Edit formatting. Players. 10 participants. Requirements. 10 cell phones. Burner phones are recommended. See Ending the Call Step 4. Instructions. Making the call. Begin at any time in any place. Gather all 10 participants in a circle. Each participant should give their phone number to the person on their right. That is, each participant should be able to call the person to their left. On the count of 3, all participants should call the person to their left. If all 10 participants receive a busy signal or the call goes to voicemail, the ritual has failed. Do not proceed. If this outcome emerges, try again later. If 9 participants receive a busy signal or the call goes to voicemail, the ritual has succeeded, and you may proceed. If this outcome emerges, 1 participant phone calls, and only 1 will be answered. This participant will hear a voice begin to speak on the other end. The conversation. The participant whose call was successful may ask the answer man a question. The participant should listen carefully to the answer. After the answer man has given his answer, he will in turn ask a question of the participant. The participant must answer the question, and the answer must be honest, truthful, and correct. The participant may repeat this process as many times as they like. Ending the call. When a participant has received all the information they require, they may go and end the call by telling the answer man they must go. The answer man may attempt to keep the participant on the line, possibly offering information for free. Do not stay on the line. The participant should repeatedly state their need to end the conversation. If the participant is persistent, the answer man will say goodbye and hang up. At this point, the call has been terminated. After the call has been terminated, immediately destroy all the cell phones used to conduct the ritual. Additional notes. It is recommended that the participant save the phone numbers required for making the call. Steps 3 and 4 to their contacts list for easy dialing. It is recommended that 1 participant be designated the counter. This person will issue the countdown signaling when the phone number should be dialed making the call. Step 4. It is also recommended that this person clarify in advance what on the count of 3 means. That is, whether all participants press call as the number 3 is spoken, or whether all participants press call the moment immediately after the number 3 is spoken. It is not recommended that participants who have successfully called the answer man pass the phone around the circle or allow multiple participants to ask questions. There is a reason the answer man picked up that particular call. He is not content to talk to just anybody. It is not recommended that you put the answer man on speakerphone. Do not fail to destroy all cell phones used to conduct the ritual as soon as possible after the ritual's completion. Even if you've hung up, or even if you were among the 9 who were unable to contact it in the first place, you never know what might try to call you back. Concerning the answer man's offer. Do not accept the answer man's offer for free information in exchange for staying on the line. He is a master at exploiting loopholes. He will find a way to ask you a question, and he will find a way to make it a requirement for you to answer that question. And when this question comes, it will be far more difficult than any of his preceding questions. Indeed, it will likely be impossible to answer. Should you fail to answer as he intends by extending his offer, see below. Concerning the answer man's questions. Do not fail to answer the answer man's questions. Do not lie either directly or by omission. Do not answer falsely, and do not answer incorrectly. If you fail to answer any question put to you by the answer man, you may feel a mild tingling sensation in a particular part of your body. A finger, a toe, a hand, a leg. Anything is fair game. This is how you know you have failed, and this is the price of your failure. And when, maybe months, even years on, you will lose that part of your body, by accident, by an illness, or by some other means, you will know that he has collected his fee. A final note. Do not hang up on the answer man. He doesn't like that. This next one is called the picture game. The picture game is from Ghost in My Machine. This is not my original work. Edit formatting. Players. At least 2 participants, the more the better. There is no principle. Requirements: a length of string, rope, or other similar material. The length of string, rope, or other material should be long enough to make a circle when the ends are knotted together. Scissors, knife, or another sharp edge. 1 small mirror per participant. A camera with flash abilities. Camera phones are not recommended. A drinking glass, and a beverage, preferably alcoholic. Wine is recommended. And a quiet room. Instructions: begin at midnight. Make the string or rope into a circle by tying the ends together in a knot. Place the rope or circle in the middle of the room. Place the drinking glass in the middle of the rope circle. Fill the glass with the beverage. Arrange the participants in a circle by seating them around the outside of the rope circle. Note: do not step into the center of the rope circle at any time for any reason. Each participant must place a mirror in front of them. The reflective part of the mirror should be pointed at the ceiling. Turn off the lights. The invitation: the participants must close their eyes. The circle of participants must hold hands. Each participant must say after one another the phrase, "I trust you," and the participants should not speak this phrase in unison. Each participant must say it individually. After each participant has stated their trust, all participants should repeat 3 times in unison the words, "The door is open, please come in." The participants may then open their eyes. The sitting. Begin the sitting by having one of the participants take the camera, and this participant must say the words, "I caught you." Then, pointing the camera forward towards the middle of the circle, the participant must take 1 picture. Pass the camera to the next participant in the circle if using a digital camera. Do not preview the image that was just taken. The next participant must say the words, "I caught you," and take 1 picture with the camera facing forward. Repeat this process until every participant has taken 3 pictures, and the camera should make its way around the circle 3 times. Note: if a participant begins crying or feels nauseous, do not allow them to take any pictures. Instead, pass the camera around to the next participant in the circle. After the camera has passed around the circle 3 times, put it down. The farewell. All participants must close their eyes and repeat 3 times in unison the phrase, "It is time to go home." Each participant must turn the mirror upside down. Turn on the lights. Using the scissors, knife, or other sharp edge, cut open the rope circle. Take the drinking glass outside and empty it. It is recommended that you empty it onto a patch of dirt or earth. The review. You may now review the photos taken during the rituals. What do you see? Look closely. Closer. There. Additional notes. Although there is no principle, it may help for organizational purposes to designate 1 participant as the point person. This point person may create the rope circle, place and fill the glass, operate the lights, and begin the "I trust you" section. Be the first participant to take up the camera, cut the rope circle, and empty the glass at the conclusion of the ritual. Red flags. If any of the following occur, do not proceed. 1 or more participants begin acting in an uncharacteristic manner. 1 or more participants state that they are frightened. Notes: if the ritual must be aborted, you may do so by putting the camera down and proceeding directly to the farewell, step 1. If a red flag participant takes a picture, do not look at the picture. Do not continue with the ritual and destroy the camera. This final ritual is called Dark Music Ritual. The Dark Music Ritual is from Hide and Go Kill. It is not my original work. Edit formatting. Ingredients: an instrument, like a guitar or flute, a pointy pin or razor blade, a cup of salt water, a salt shaker, a pencil, not a pen, paper, somewhere dark to hide, a camera, and music notes. Instructions: take the instrument of your choice and place it by the house's front door. Make sure it is not covered in any way or the ghost will become confused and angry. Using a pin or blade, draw a bit of blood from the area normally used to play the instrument. For a guitar, prick your finger. For a flute, slice your lip. Take this blood and wipe it on the area that is used to play the music. On the guitar, you'd wipe the blood on the string, and on the flute, the mouthpiece. Using your pencil, write a small letter on the sheet of blank paper. Be sure the message is respectful and kind, or else you are going to anger the spirit. An example is what I have used each time, but you may change it. Spirit from the world unknown. Play for me, please, a song you know. Spirit, I offer you my instruments. To play for me, a song you know. With the note set up, it is time to begin the performance. Leave the note beside your instrument and make sure all the lights in the area are turned off. More importantly, however, make sure there is no sound. Any type of noise during the performance, even breathing too loudly, will cause the ghost to stop. You do not want your breathing to stop the music, or else the ghost will get extremely angry. If this happens, you must immediately end the session in the forgiving way, explained later. Begin to walk away and find a place to listen, where you cannot see the instruments. As you leave, draw a line of salt that completely blocks you off from the instrument. This is a safeguard that I found to be very helpful. Sit in the darkness and wait. Unlike most games, this game does not have a specific time, but between the hours of 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. seem to work the best. Be sure to have the cup of salt water in your hands at all times, as you need this to end the performance. Safeguards. First and generally what will keep you safe is your respect to the ghost. Being kind, grateful, and appreciative will help keep you free from harm. Remember, this game is not to be taken lightly, despite the points of this game not being to strictly invoke or interact with the ghost. If at any point you are rude, you must end the game the forgiving way. Secondly is the line of salt. If you go to end the performance and this line is broken, something has angered the spirit, and you must end the game the forgiving way immediately. There are also optional things to do with the notes and the camera, but I would suggest against this your first time. You can place the paper with musical notes next to your written note, giving the spirit something to play. When you do this, the notes act as part of your written words. You must do with them what you do with the written words while you end the performance. Secondly, something I have never tried is to record the instrument from far away. I dare not anger the spirit that much. If you attempt this, I wish you luck, as I cannot tell you how to stop what may happen to you. Ending the performance. There are two main ways to end the game. The first way, and the way you want to happen, is the thankful way. When you end the game like this, everything has gone properly, and you show your gratitude to the spirit for their performance. The second way, and the way you do not want to have to end the game, is the forgiving way. If this way must be done, you have angered the ghost or anything of the likes. Way 1. The thankful way. If all has gone as it should, the music has stopped peacefully, or you simply want the ghost to stop playing, you can end the performance the thankful way. Walk out to the salt line and break the line in the middle with both hands. If the salt line was already broken, quickly revert to the forgiving way. This breaking of the line shows the ghost great respect when you do it, and by now the music should stop. If it does not, do not panic, but be ready to be disturbed a bit by what you may see once you proceed. Now that the line is broken, walk to the instrument, being careful not to stand between the instrument and the door. Be sure to smile while facing the spirit to show that you have appreciated the performance. Take the piece of paper and fold it nicely 3 times. Once folded, drop it into the cup of salt water. Set this down where the note was before. Close your eyes and bow to the spirit, chanting the following words 3 times to show how much you appreciated the performance. Thank you, spirit. You can stop your play. I have enjoyed it, but it is nearly day. Having respected the spirit and warned it of the soon coming sunlight, it would now leave. Most importantly now, make sure you use the same salt water you brought in the cup to wash away the blood on the instrument, or this will invite the spirit back to play night after night. Doing this and forgetting to show respect, even for a night, has terrible consequences. You are now free to do whatever you please for the rest of the night, but it is recommended that you do something quietly and to yourself, or simply go to sleep. Way 2. The forgiving way. Quickly run next to the instrument with your cup of salt water. Do not stand between the instrument and the door. Splash the cup of salt water between the instrument and the door. This will temporarily disable the spirit. From this point on, you have made the ghost enraged. You have 15 seconds to finish the forgiving way now. Take the note you have made and tear it into 5 pieces, crumpling each piece and throwing it into the salt water, so each piece is wetted. This can be more difficult if you have used the optional music notes as well. Chant forgiveness 3 times by saying the following with your eyes closed while bowing and facing the spirit. Forgive me, spirit, I have stopped your play. Forgive me, please, I wish to stay. Note, the forgiving way must be done in the following circumstances. You hear the music stop suddenly. You begin to hear the sour notes during the performance. Any other loud noises heard throughout the house. You leave to end the game and find the salt line broken. You leave to end the game and find your instrument broken. While performing the thankful way, you spilled some of the salt water. If these events occur, you must follow these steps exactly to end the game. Ending. This is the point where 15 seconds cannot have passed. If it has, I'm sorry. If not, take the instrument and begin playing. What you play cannot be complicated or impressive, as you must show the ghost its performance was excellent. Make continuous noise for 10 more seconds. It will show the spirit it is better than you, and it will leave for now. After the 10 seconds, turn on the lights and stay further in silence for an hour. Do not play music. The ghost will be waiting and the ghost will be listening. After the hour, wash away the blood from the instrument using a new batch of salt water. This eliminates the chance of the spirit coming back. Warning: do not under any circumstance try to outperform the spirit. Do not disrupt the spirit's performance on purpose. It will know and it will not forgive you. Do not try to recreate what the ghost was playing. I cannot tell you what will happen to you if you attempt these things. I have never read about what happens after these events, and I'm sure I haven't for very good reasons. This game is not about playing with the spirit. It is about appreciating it. And with all that being done and said, thank you for watching. Subscribe. Give this video a like if you liked it. Stay spooky. And if you try these for yourself, stay safe. And I'll see you all in the next video.